So, I mean, you can kind of see this year, even with you scheming it up sometimes when those guys can do certain things, like it just gives you an ability to do more, right, with whatever. So,
Absolutely.
Definitely part of it. 100%.
Hey, there's for sure, times when the head coach or the O-line coach is like, will you stop doing fancy stuff and just give the ball to one, right? Like,
yeah,
he's
I'm
the
sure.
dude,
Listen, classic O-line coaching. That's a classic line of an O-line coach, right? Like, can we just do this? Like, okay.
Absolutely. So same thing here, just running jet. Once again, we told you tendencies don't matter because we're going to hit them to both sides. There goes that man again, right? Just let him get inside. Let him tote the rock. Like I said, we're trying to hit this down A gap. We want to go right down Main Street. See if
Is
you
this
can
a call? Is this a call? So whether you give it to Jet or this is called, not red, right?
Right. It's generally a call. Yes. Yep. I mean, we can read it. You could go into a jet read series, but primarily you're gonna be calling it from the sidelines.
Got it.
Mainly just take something off that quarterback's plate. He's already reading outside backers. He's already reading a ton of stuff, right?
Right, for the
air
RPO,
raid passing concepts are not easy to read for quarterbacks, so we just take one read off his plate.
So your run game, you want to make sure that the way the philosophy is, you want him to worry about reading the RPO game, not to worry about reading the run game. So you take that off his plate and then let him focus on okay. Cool.
That's right. And we'll kind of get into that in a minute as well. Looking at, we did some like zone read type stuff. We did some GT read against some opponents that we thought had us outmatched. Just if you put our 11 best versus theirs, they were better than us, right? And so you start getting in that mindset of like, okay, I've made your outside backer wrong with RPOs. Now I need to make that defensive end wrong with some zone or GT read stuff. So we did get into it. It's just not a staple in what we're trying to do.
Would you tag to be able to do that, to make them read, or okay.
Yep. So that's, a big thing about the systems. Everything's tagged. So, I mean, we've got 10 formations maybe that we're running all year long, but we started adjusting them with tags. We started adjusting our run game with tags, our reads. If we're going to throw an RPO, all those are just tags to us. So it kind of gets into that world. It's like, building a car. Like, I can have this base thing, but then I can give you some super fancy stuff with the right amount of words, or, that's just kind of how we live in that and it's offense, defense, whatever you want to do. Just that tag world it's pretty wild. You can get a lot of stuff done and only talk to certain players. We get into kind of our shifts and motions. So it's the shifts is where we're going to obviously pre-snap moves. That's a difference for us. And motions is on the move. It stays on the move at the snap. Well, that's limiting, right? You can only have one kid at a time in motion. We get into our shifts where we can do a lot of mass stuff. So now we're like here you can see we're moving wide receivers, tight ends. We're kind of moving everybody. But we use this to dictate where you're putting a kid. If you're going to put your stud defensive end over here with this craziness, that's fine. Now we know we can bounce all that craziness to the other side. Are you going to switch your whole defensive line pre-snap all night long? Right. So what is your plan going to be? What is your answer? They obviously slide a half man. You can see the defensive end is mad because he's like, I'm supposed to be over there. Guys, everybody has to slide. Not a lot of yards and success there. In fact, I don't know that we convert the third down. So once again, the good, bad, the ugly, you're going to see it all. But it hides what we want to do.
What coverages do you see guys try to play against you?
Dude, we get cover one.